Alrighty, welcome to the next game. Playing the pink Protoss mbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmbmb we pay for the first building, and then I have to be accurate, like 100% sure. I cannot miss it. So we are focusing, and we are trying to find out. Well, okay, it's a Terran. Okay, it's easy. So playing the blue Terran, Pesagigi. GG. Until we were waiting, I was thinking about what to say, and then I didn't have the time to start because I found out the race of the other player. But there was one thing in my life I was totally confused about. I didn't understand. It was stupid and so on. Like for many years, yeah, because mbmbmbmb is from I can't talk. It's from Spain, and there is we have now this football Euro Cup, and for many years I didn't understand why the football team in Spain, in Madrid, is called Atletico Madrid or something like this. My pronunciation is sucking, but sucks. So why is it called Atletico Madrid? Like, come on, football team, why? And then I didn't understand this until I found out that the Spanish athlete team is called Futbolítico Madrid. So makes perfect sense. Now it's logical, it's okay. So football team is called Atletico Madrid, and the athlete team is called Futbolítico Madrid. Perfect sense. So anyway, Pesagigi is playing strange. He's he's placing barracks, randomly in the middle of the map or in the base. It's alright. Forge is built and gateways are prepared. It's a proxy attack. The first two zealots basically did not do critical damage as the bunker was finished. And like a super fast engineering base, like before anything. That's the first thing. Yeah, turrets. You want to be 200% sure. Maybe he thinks that these zealots can turn into DTs. Like you might never know. Today, many nice kind of hacks are available. so these zealots, with the help of the probe, entered. I mean, of course they. The zealots were able to enter the base without the help of the probe, of course, but yeah, he sent the probe to start the cannons. And there was a bit of a mismicro there with the zealots. They started the attack of the marines retreating, and then the other marines were able to basically aim at the zealots. But anyway, the probe was still saved, and the cannons were started. There are two zealots inside the base. There are two more coming, and this way. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, Pink started the pylon right away at the back because this bunker is in range for this pylon. But by the time the pylon dies, the new one will be finished, so the cannons will take effect, and zealots are continuing the harassment here and there, and very fast DT. Well, this building here, you are totally useless. Because this guy started the engineering bay in around 2.5 minutes, so at the 3rd minute mark he already had the engineering bay ready, so that's, yeah. The zealots, I hope the zealots saw that turret, because now they are raging, like they are raging hard, like, why the hell did we start this building at home? Come on. he's already prepared. Anyway, he made a quick Templar archives. If Templars are sending emails to each other, and those messages become, you know, very, very old, then, you know, the Templars might just put it in the Templar archives. Templar archives, into the archives folder, you know, like. Anyway, actually, it took a long time for me to figure out what that. There was a comment under one of my games. The guy wanted to, so he commented under my game that I should leave the game stats or something like this, and then I didn't really understand. It's so funny because it took me, I don't know how many weeks to figure out what he was actually referring to. So I guess he was referring to like the record of the game, like, you know, the statistics of the game. So I usually finish the games, you know, just without waiting for the game to exit, and then I don't wait for the statistics or records, game record window. Oh, alright guys, so let's make a vote. Would you like to see the game stats, you know, the records, like APM, the resources and so on? If you would like to see the results of the game and the statistics, just let me know, leave a comment, and then of course I can do that. So let's see how many of you would like to see the statistics. Alright, the DT rush did not really work out. Because of this here, yeah, he already had this 2 minutes in the game, you know? He didn't even have SCVs and he already had this. He was prepared. Yeah. So newer drop, and blue didn't really have turrets here, so basically the shuttles are able to enter the base quite freely, and the mines are the only chance to survive the harassment. So he's not really paying attention. Yeah, he will lose this. Anyway, Pink didn't pay attention to the shuttle, and he basically lost that one with the 3 Dark Templars inside, which is a bit bad. Of course, not the end of the world, but those units could have been used to get rid of more SCVs and kill SCVs making turrets and so on. So he's adding the second command center right now, while MB has 1 extra nexus. And 2 armor rays will be soon available for upgrades. Of course, Terran player badly needs upgrades in the beginning to survive the larger amounts of Protoss units, but right now Pink doesn't have that many zealots, as he was really focusing on attacking and really focusing on getting the most out of his surprise units, the surprise GTs and the cannon rush and so on, and he didn't have the chance to add more buildings in the background, but right now he's doing that, and blue does the same. He's slowly and surely building up, getting some drop defense, placing some mines at the edges against the units dropped out. This shuttle will die. But 2 Templars are still unloaded, and they will die too. No upgrades yet for both players. There is only 1 attack upgrade for the bio units, but of course blue is not really making more bio units, just a few here and there. He's focusing on tanks, and I must say that his his base is very nice. I mean, it's like a Van Gogh painting, you know. Like, look at this. It's really interesting placement. You can tell that Blue is a low map player. That's for sure. He's not really a fastest map player. I mean, yeah, sometimes he plays fastest. I know him, but yeah. He has basically buildings all around the place, which is in the end is not that great, because yeah, he's basically building turrets right in the middle where the factories should be. He won't have the space for adding newer factories, and if you want to win in a TVP, then factories are your best friends. You really need these factories in a TVP. So this way it will be very hard for Pesagigi to create more units. Also, his drop defense is well, not bad, but he needs a bunker right here as well, because the MB is going for the mass drop style. So he likes to play this. In PvT he usually goes for lots of shuttles and then basically drop continuously. He is basically dropping all the units, you know, lots of Templars and lots of Zealots around the main, and then go for the storms. And then after a time he can just simply switch to Zealots inside the shuttles and then like go for the command center. So Surprise Templar was not able to cast a Surprise Storm, so the SCVs can go back now and then continue mining. Of course this drop was still alright, it was still good for MB, as Blue was losing a lot of mining time. He still lost a few SCVs to that storm, not that many, but at least Pink was able to kill a few, and right now he's trying to get some more turrets. I guess Pink forgot about these units right here. So more and more shuttles are prepared. He's going for the mass drop again. Yeah, basically Pink, Pesagigi was scanning for surprise bases, but he didn't really see any. And he was scanning at the right time, because he was able to see those shuttles and Zealots. And right now, yeah, he's sending those Marines down. However, Pink is doing a nice job, and right now he's sending these Zealots and he's also sending the shuttles. So he's basically trying to distract Blue. He's trying to attack and then also come from that angle with the shuttles. And let's see how this drop will do. So the units are unloaded, Templars are out as well. These storms are quite alright. So he was able to kill lots of SCVs this time. And of course he continues making newer Zealots, newer Templars. And after a time he can basically consider just making and dropping Zealots, because if he basically drops the Zealots around the main, it can basically serve as natural drop against the SCVs, because once the Zealots are unloaded, the attacks, these tanks start to attack them, and then basically the splash damage can kill the surrounding SCVs. The command center is also taking damage from the tank hits, so he can just simply try to unload Zealots right next to the command center and then basically use the tank hits to destroy the main. So yeah, this is what I mentioned, that the base of blue is completely full now. You know, lots of supply depots and turrets in the way. He cannot really create more factories, but he can still go out basically and then start a new base right here. Use this one, for example, above him to create more buildings. There's a possibility, but then of course it takes more effort to, you know, make units. But if you hotkey a factory outside, then it's easier to, of course, get there. But right now he starts the attack, and Pink is sending some zealots to get some or buy more time. He's sending a newer drop. This drop is still not that huge, so. And also these turrets, there are many turrets here, so the Corsairs died very fast. He's unloading the units earlier. He didn't want to risk losing those shuttles, so he unloaded those units and he was only able to clear a few turrets there. So, blue is now commencing the attack. He's ledging the tanks. And pink can of course survive this. He just has to continuously push the zealots and really attack, and also maybe use some shuttles to unload zealots on top of the tanks. He did not do that, but that's also a good option here. So blue, as I said, blue does not have enough factories. He doesn't have the room in his base for that, so he cannot basically send too many reinforcements. You can just add a few here and there, and he still keeps these tanks around the main as a defense. And looking at this, basically pink has the chance to... Yeah, he has some shuttles on rally, so yeah, he keeps losing them. That's not that great for him, because he badly needs those shuttles for further drops. But anyway, he's now focusing on getting rid of the surrounding tanks at his choke, so that he can basically pour out with those newer units. He of course doesn't want to get blocked, he doesn't want to get closed, otherwise it's a nightmare to go out with the newer units. So reinforcements are now arriving, and blue added maybe one or two more factories. He really has to start basic building outside his base. Alright, so two defense and 3 attack upgrade for the mech units, and 2 attack and 1 armor and shield upgrade for Protoss. So basically Terran is quite ahead right now. He's ahead in economy, he's ahead in upgrades, but the problem is rather with the base itself. He doesn't have enough gate factories to, you know, produce enough units, because pink has a lot of gateways. He can produce a lot of zealots, and basically this way he has a chance to survive. You know, even though there are newer reinforcements, the army of blue will soon decrease. Of course, thanks to the upgrades, they are still doing a very good job. That's how he is able to survive the attacks. But yeah, if he wants to win the game for sure, he will need more factories, because right now these factories are enough just to reinforce and then, you know, set up a camp outside. But it won't be enough to advance further and then finish the game. So Pink will always have the chance to create more and more units, and then basically kill some of the reinforcements. So let's see those storms. The storms are not really, yeah, the temporals were not used, and those would have really come handy, you know, as storms don't care about armor upgrades. So storms do the same damage against upgrades as without them. So alright, what Pink is doing now is unloading units outside here to the adjacent base, and yeah, he's trying to do some surround, but of course these zealots are not enough. But what he can try is load up 4 or 5 shuttles with zealots and then drop them on top of the tanks. That's also a nice thing to do, as the splash damage can get rid or can kill quite a few tanks. Kill those mines, you don't need that. At least you get some space. Anyway, newer attack is commenced now, and blue is trying to slowly progress and then sneak inside the base, but still these newly produced zealots are enough to stop them. These turrets will serve as a nice drop defense. Blue is doing a good job by closing Pink with the tanks and with the turrets. And he continuously pumps zealots basically, and then that's his chance. However, he also started carriers, which will be even better, as blue does not see that. He is not really scanning, and he does not know about the stargates. So of course once the carriers are out, he can basically attack and get rid of all those tanks, and yeah, that will be a game deciding moment. If carriers really come as a surprise, then blue will not have enough time to produce enough anti-air units, and he also won't be able to do that because he doesn't have too many gateways, so, I mean too many factories, so yeah, that's another problem here. So anyway, Goliaths are also sent. They could do, or they do well against carriers, of course. They especially with the range upgrade, but this amount is not enough. So carriers are now sent. They're starting the attack. These turrets on the side or on the edge are of course very useful against the carriers. They are sniping some of the interceptors, so of course Pink has to really deal with that and continuously remake the interceptors. So yeah, blue is now reacting. He's preparing more and more Goliaths, but will they be enough? I mean, this factory count is still a bit low. Every time I am talking about the low factory count, you have to drink, so anyway, these tanks are now dying for free. This is the chance for Pink to get some more units, get some more carriers, and then attack out. So right now these glides are only attacking the interceptors, which is great for Pink. He loves that. He really wants that, and the arbiter is providing coverage for the carriers. So the glides are not able to attack them directly. Pink has the chance to just continuously make newer interceptors. That's what he has to do. Yeah, basically that's what he has to do. Just make continuously newer interceptors, and then he's fine, because the arbiters are basically covering the carriers. But I must say that these turrets are really amazing. They are really doing a good job against the interceptors, as with the help of the Goliaths, they are able to kill most of the interceptors, and then by the time Pink arrives here to attack out, the interceptors are gone. So and right now the Goliaths have a chance to directly hit the carriers that have to retreat. And the other problem is that Pink is not really creating zealots, because okay, right now he started, so for the like zealots are very effective if you combine them with the carriers, because those units that are attacking the interceptors and the carriers, you know, can be hit by the zealots, and if the Goliaths start to attack the zealots, then of course the carriers can use this time to kill them. Of course it's a bit harder if there are tanks in the background, you know, like of course that then it's a bit more difficult to do this, but yeah, still some zealots will be useful to, you know, take some damage and basically destruct those units. So free upgrades are available for both players. Pink also has free upgrades on the carriers. And basically some of the turrets also have the chance to attack the carriers, especially if they get closer. But of course their main focus is on the interceptors. But yeah, still some carriers are taking damage from the turrets, which is very good for Pesagigi, as that's basically a static defense. And also, yeah, it's very useful. And right now this arbiter is not moved. The arbiters are basically not moved, and both of them died quite fast. Blue is trying to reinforce, and then I will have to drink because he still has a low amount of factories, not as much, or not as many as you would have at this phase of the game, so he wasn't able to prepare more Goliaths. And right now, with the help of the zealots, he was able to, yeah, take some rest now, and then get back a little bit, collect him, yeah, like collect those carriers, basically get lots of interceptors, basically load them up completely, and then right now, yeah, he can start the attack once again. This time Blue is doing a nice job. He's only using Goliaths. So if you guys are asking what to do against carriers, actually making only Goliaths, but only if you have enough factories. So making only Goliaths is a good thing. It's like they are quite good against carriers. Of course, if Protoss is combining it with zealots, then you need some tanks, but if Protoss is only making carriers, then only Goliaths is alright. It's perfectly fine. So you can find that fight with Goliaths. Of course, lockdowns are fine, so you can use some ghosts and then use them to lock down the carriers. That's the most effective way. But if you don't want that, then only Goliaths are fine. Raids are also effective if he doesn't have detection, of course. Then you have to, if they have an observer and you have lots of raids, then what you can do is just to scan the carriers and then kill the observers that are next to them. But of course it's a bit, yeah, it takes more effort to do that as opposed to just Goliaths. So yeah, Pink is not doing a good job. He's not mixing or combining zealots with the carriers, and then he's slowly trying to clear his way, and he's trying to get rid of the tanks, get rid of the turrets on the side. Yeah, more and more zealots are pouring outside. They are fighting those units there, while the carriers in the background are still struggling to. Yeah, he gives up on that, and of course it's a good choice, as these two zealots will be enough to get rid of the turrets. And once the turrets are down, the newer carriers will have a much easier time exiting the base this way. But yeah, there are lots of turrets here, so of course he also has to consider that and use this direction to leave. And blue is also not sending SCVs to die, of course. Well, yeah, it has some advantages, some disadvantages, because advantages is that in case he loses the command center against carriers, for example, then he will have the economy to still fight and stay in the game. But right now it's a kind of disadvantage, as he has lots of SCVs and he needs some more supply to get more units. But actually it's interesting because he has lots of minerals, but his supply is still quite low. That's alright. Yeah, that's quite good. And then he's sending out these SCVs. Not sure if he's sending them to die or just to build more turrets. I guess he wants to use them to build some more turrets. And maybe to repair a bit. Anyway, these turrets here were doing a nice job, but the carriers of course don't care about them. Yeah, turrets are being prepared. It's a bit late because carriers are already out, and he can just basically make more zealots to get rid of those turrets there. Yeah, these turrets are now going down. Zealots are clearing the way so that newer carriers have an easier time flying out of his base. Alright, let's see. So Pink decides on to move ahead, and he didn't want to go back with the carriers. Let's see if he is able to kill that command center. So this is what I was mentioning, that he might lose the command center to the carriers, and then he will still have the economy. So yeah, the SUs are repairing, and basically he was able to quickly cover the command center, which is a nice move. Yeah, that was a good move actually. So he was able to, or maybe no, actually he lost, or no, never mind, he didn't lose. Okay, so for a moment it looked like that he lost the command center on the main, but he didn't. And newer factories, okay. Finally, so blue started newer factories, and actually it's very good because they are on top of here, on top of this base, so it can be a surprise actually for Pink, as the reinforcement units will arrive to the base of Pink much faster. So mbmbmbmb is now sending lots of zealots just to support the attack, and he didn't really wait for the carriers. That was a bit of mistake here, because these glides are now doing a good job getting rid of many of these zealots. If he combined them with the carriers, then of course much more zealots would have survived. But yeah, anyway, still fine, because he can just remake zealots quite quickly. Of course, he has the gateways for that, and then right now. But again, yeah, he's not really combining. He's just using these units separately. I'm not sure what his plan is. Maybe he wants to get all the Goliaths up here, and then he can try to snipe the main one more time. However, it's still covered. So yeah, this time he's just using the carriers to do some damage here and there, trying to get rid of some key buildings, get rid of the turrets right here. While blue is moving outside and he's starting the attack, he's also using these factories to create vultures. So mines will be placed, and he's not really... Yep, he's using those vultures in the background to place some mines, which is quite alright. He's using the vultures here to attack, and then I guess he wants to get pink outside to die to the mines, so he started the attack, but he's not really retreating, he's staying there. He's using the glides to really attack, basically. Alright, seems that Pink is trusting his base to the Zealot. He's using all the carriers now to come inside the base and then attack here, getting rid of whatever they can find. Yep, he's just killing the turrets, and right now he's retreating, so it seems that, yep, he knows, of course he knows that this won't be enough to survive. If he wants to survive, he has to quickly get back with those carriers, so that's a good decision there. He's sending those back, and he's now assisting those zealots with the carriers. So yeah, these were badly needed. The carriers were able to save the base and newer factories. Now blue is basically, yeah, using all the bases to create factories. Yeah, he didn't care about factories inside his base. It's okay, we don't need that. He's right, you know, he's completely right. We have, beside our base, we have 7 more bases, so it's okay. We have 7 more we can create, you know. Take some more APM, but no problem, no worries. We'll do that. So yeah, this is discovered now by Pink, who also saw a few factories besides the turrets, and he's sending the zealots there, but this time he has enough units to protect the turrets. Alright, so it seems the guys are not able to finish and decide the game. Pesagigi is doing a good job actually. He was on low number of factories. He didn't have too many, and still he was able to produce just enough, just enough to survive until newer factories were prepared outside. So carriers are now coming from this direction and starting the attack against the turrets. These turrets will all go down, and after that he can basically go completely upwards and then finish the factories. So basically that is, these factories will most probably die, and then he has to find another base. It's okay, he still have six other bases, so I'm not worried for blue anymore. Anyway, these zealots have to now fight the reinforcements of blue, who is not really trying to save the factories, he's just trying to attack and then surprise pink, who can of course keep these carriers up here as the attack is not that dangerous. And why isn't that dangerous? You guys tell it. But yeah, this is the question in the quiz show. Like, for $100, what does blue not have? Yeah, the answer is correct. He doesn't have enough factories to make enough units for a counter attack. So, alright, Valkyries are now used, and those are doing quite well against carriers. Oh, that will look ugly. Yeah, all the zealots evaporated. So the Valkyries were not used. The Valkyries are basically attacking the interceptors only, which is not that good. Valkyries are very effective against carriers, but of course, if they are attacking them directly. Well, the other advantage of building factories outside your base is that the other player is occupied. Like, he's occupied as he's busy attacking, in multiple directions, and then he cannot focus on just one thing, because one way to win this game for pink is just to basically attack out directly to the original base of blue, and then basically he shouldn't care about the extra bases, because it takes really a lot of time to just fight these, turrets, factories here. Instead he should just focus on attacking, sending like 20-25 zealots and the remaining carriers, and then basically go for a direct attack. But he's really focusing on these hidden bases as well. It seems that he really wants to clear first, and then after that go for the attack. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about that, because when he finishes, of course blue has time to gather up on units and then go for an attack, and then everything starts from the beginning, as then after that blue has a chance to get more factories and units and so on. But yeah, let's see. So these factories will be cleared. He's really not attacking. He wants to make sure that there are no extra units or any secret units. He wants to go for sure, basically. So everything is clean now, and pink has the chance to attack out. I hope he doesn't discover this base. If he wants to finish this game, he shouldn't come here. Okay, pink, nothing is here. Okay, nothing is here. You don't have to worry about anything. Just, you know, attack. Yeah. Anyway, Terran is doing a good job. He has survived this attempt to attack out, and he's using now these factories. They're a bit separated from each other. This is also not that great. You have to place them right next to each other or under each other. This way it takes more time to click all of them. So this time pink is sending the carriers to really attack, and he's also sending a few observers just to be sure. I'm not I don't know, I'm not sure about this. If he loses these carriers, the game is over for him. And he wasn't, of course, yeah, he won't lose all the carriers, just almost all of them. So yeah, this was a bit bad idea right there. Because now he is only having ground units, which are terrible against tanks. But yeah, he did a nice surround there, so the splash damage killed many of the tanks, and that was looking quite good. However, now he will be really surrounded, and he doesn't have carriers. He's basically relying on the zealots only, and the Goliaths are quite good. Don't go there, please. Yeah, good. So in this case, what Protoss might do? Well, one option is basically get a massive defense and then switch to basically carriers only. Like, if you have the time and resources, you can just make like two control groups of carriers, basically. Like, yeah, 24 carriers to be exact, and then yeah, with that basically you have the chance to really fight anything. Or the other option is just to skip everything, basically. Don't make any air units, no arbiters, no carriers, no anything, and then just basically pump zealots until you leave. And then just really, yeah, make zealots continuously and then attack out. But seems that pink is not doing that. He remains, or he continues mixing, combining carriers and zealots. But again, he's not. Yeah, the problem is that his timing is not that great, because the zealots and the carriers have to attack at the same time. Because this way the zealots die too early, and then after that the Goliaths have an easy chance fighting the carriers. So they have to go together, basically, so that the zealots are attacking the Goliaths, and then the Goliaths cannot attack the carriers. Or if they decide to attack the carriers, then the zealots will kill them easily. And back to the turret. Or not. So these carriers were able to spot these newer turrets on time and at least killed 3 of them. However, the Goliaths of course reacted quickly. Lots of Goliaths are available for blue, and of course he has a few tanks just to be sure. So this is perfect for blue now. This is the army composition you want to have against carriers and zealots. That is it's well, not that great, as the zealots are completely blocked. Yep. So these zealots were basically not able to advance further, and the Goliaths in the background was able to kill them quite easily. So this might be the chance for Pink to get rid of all these zealots and then focus on making carriers only. Carriers round 2. Let's see this time how far they can get. So he's commencing the attack first on these turrets. Of course he doesn't want to get surrounded by them. Alright, let's see. He's making carriers now. He has supply taken by zealots as well, so as blue is not really attacking, he could just take advantage of that and then basically have the zealots killed. He should kill all of the zealots, and then after that he can use the remaining supply to add carriers, because basically 2 control groups of carriers are able to kill all the Goliaths, and after that the tanks are, yeah, easy targets. Yeah, right now the players are just basically tasting each other, you know, here and there. Like they're really not decisive. They are not attacking out. They are not doing anything critical. They're just, yeah, the carriers are trying to snipe SCVs, a few glides here and there, and I'm not sure why Pink is not sending these zealots to die, because this will be the perfect chance to get all the supply and then fill up the remaining slots with basically carriers, and then once he only has just carriers, then of course he has a chance to finish the game. But it seems that he doesn't want to wait for that. He starts the attack anyway, but oh my god, look at that. That's like a massive turret defense. This is like a turret defense UMS. Yeah, level 21 carriers. Yeah, okay, so base trade. Well, yeah, Blue cannot do anything. He's maxed out. No possibility to create more Goliaths at home. So he's relying on these turrets, and they are doing a nice job. And these Goliaths here, it's a very nice trap. So the carriers are now basically trapped right here, and moving back with the carriers was a good decision, as the turrets can be attacked from that angle a bit better. And this game is a bit difficult right now. DTs might be a chance for Pink to survive. because right now these guys are on the hunt for the carriers. Let's see how many is he able to kill. One goes down, and the second one will go down as well. So yeah, that was quite fine, as he had only a few guys there, and killing 2 carriers is a good trade. But it seems that where is the army of blue? What happened? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Well, this is the time for Pink to come out outside and start an attack, as Blue was really busy trapping the carriers, but those glides were lost. And right now this is a perfect combination. Zealots and carriers are mixed, so they are doing quite well against any kind of units. I think really this is the time when Blue is regretting not making more factories, because right now this will be the time to just, you know, create mass glides and then survive. But he doesn't have that. He doesn't have enough. So I think these carriers and zealots now will be enough to finish the game. So well, Pink didn't give up. He really was fighting. He was there was maybe only one mistake from his part when he was sending all those carriers inside and then died basically. But other than that, he did a good job. He made the right decisions, and he was very patient. And then yeah, right now he was able to collect the right amount of zealots and carriers to finish the game basically. Yep, I think if he didn't spend so much time, you know, getting rid of those factories and the extra bases and so on, and just go for the attack directly, probably could have finished the game a bit earlier. Not sure, but anyway, that's what he's doing now. Yeah, this is the time to really just attack, you know, attack his original base, focus on one location, and then the game can be finished. Alright, that's it. Pesagigi.